I'm about 45 minutes away from Salt Lake City right now, and I just barely went paramotoring for the very first time, and this is what it was like. Yep, that's me, and I bet you're wondering how I got myself into this situation. Okay, so if you don't know what paramotoring is, it's basically like a go-kart mixed with a paraglide. The day started off with me having plans to go photograph the sunset, and then my friend Scott asked if I wanted to go paramotoring instead, so I was like, yeah, sure, fuck it, YOLO, let's do it. I have free will, you know? First, I wore literal ski clothes because it can get so cold when you're high up in the air. Okay, I'm strapped in. We're ready to go. Once I was strapped in and ready for takeoff, I was terrified because it all happened so fast. I didn't really think about what I was signing myself up for. Once we were up in the air, it was so cool, and I kept looking down at the ground, realizing how high up we were. I kept thinking that the motor was gonna die and that my ferrets were gonna lose their mom today, especially when we were turning, because I didn't realize that that was on purpose at first. But in reality, if the motor goes out, you just glide to the ground like a paraglider. I didn't ask that question beforehand though, so I found that out after. I thought that my friend was exaggerating about the weather, but it was cold as hell, so I'm so glad that I wore this outfit, even though I look like a total dork. Anyway, this is by the Great Salt Lake, so we went over different ponds, saw mountains, and even saw a running coyote. Once we landed and the adrenaline came down is when I realized that I did in fact survive. All in all, it was such a cool experience, and I would totally do it again. If you're in Salt Lake area and want to do something like this, read the caption for more details.